Some people have seen where God has brought you from. They don't really understand it. They don't know your story.
You don't know my story. You don't know
the things.
You don't know the things that I've come through. You cannot imagine. Pain, the trials I've had to endure. You don't know my story. You don't know the day he
I was at my lowest point.
You cannot imagine the strongholds and the walls that set. But God has been faithful. God has been faithful to me. He promised he would never leave me. My story proves that God can use me. Deliverance is my testimony. You don't know
my story.
It would blow your mind.
That's the key. They don't know.
My story.
Say it, LeJune.
You don't know my story. The anguish and the guilt that consume me. Grateful I can tell it. For no more shall the shackles condemn me. You don't know my story.
You just don't know.
For if you did, you would lift up your hands. So just let me tell you, by faith you may as well break out and dance.
I love this about God because even though I'm not perfect,
He would never leave me. My story proves that God can leave.
in my deliverance, what I want to share is my testimony.
You don't know.
Somebody needs to know my story.
It would blow your mind.
Can I get a witness?
You don't know
My story.
my story. My story.
And it's through my testimony that I overcome.
And the blood you shed delivered us.
I've been delivered. I've been set free. And now I have a testimony. God's favor.
Upon me.
Whoa.
Mercy.
Love.
Love and peace.
I've been dancing behind the beat for so long, it seems. Always catching the mood and flow on 1 and 3. And it's hard to deny the 2 and 4 of life. Finally stepping into this ultra slide.
have seen where God has brought you from. You don't really understand it. They don't know your story.
You don't know my story. You don't know
the things.
You don't know the things that I've come through. You cannot imagine. Pain, the trials I've had to endure. You don't know my story. You don't know the day he
I was at my lowest point.